Hi, welcome again to the Algebra Solver, where we solve problems in algebra, calculus, statistics, and other mathematical problems. Today we're going to evaluate the expression a open parenthesis b plus z close parenthesis squared. So this is it. Okay, where a equals 3, b equals -5, and z equals -8, and that's already the given values. So remember that there is a parenthesis here, so we're going to discuss how to attack this problem. First, we must always remember the PEMDAS, PEMDAS, where in this case the parentheses have to be simplified first and then the exponent. So there we have terms in the parentheses. They have to be simplified first and then perform the exponent here, that's the exponent, and perform the multiplication and division. Here the multiplication is between a and the terms in the parentheses, which is being raised to the power 2. Alright, so the addition and the subtraction, you might be wondering, why do we do the addition and subtraction first? Because in this case, specifically only in this case, the addition is being enclosed by the parentheses, so it's within the parentheses. So the parentheses actually gives this plus sign a priority, right? So that's the P. That's how we are going to attack this problem. So let us substitute the values now. A is 3. Put it in a parenthesis so that you will not be confused. And there's a parenthesis there. B, put the b also in a parenthesis so not be confused. -5 plus z, which is -8. Alright, I would like to emphasize again. First, we had the original parenthesis here, and this corresponds to this parenthesis. This corresponds to this parenthesis. So you might be surprised, why do we have a parenthesis here? Because when we substituted the value of b, which is -5, and we don't want it to be confusing, it's better that when we substitute the -5, you have to put it first inside a parenthesis, so that it will be easy for you to evaluate. And then the z, for example, also we need to set it into its own parenthesis. So we're going to simplify these ones first, the -5 plus -8, before we square the function. Right? So let's focus on these two problems first, on these two items, -5 plus -8. So we are adding items of the same sign. So what do you do when you add items of the same sign? You take the sum, which is in this case 13, 8 plus 5, 13, and you see the rule. Do we remember the rule? SS, same sign, you take the sum and you follow the sum. So that's why SS into SS. Take the sign of the two numbers. In this case, the sum of two numbers here is negative, so therefore the sum is negative. So -5 plus -8 is equal to -13. Alright, so let's simplify that. Okay, so this would be still 3. This would still be 3 times the the resulting expression of negative 5 plus negative 8, which is negative 13. And then still don't forget we have to square the value in the parentheses there. So when we simplify this, that's 13 squared. 13 squared, that's 169. Now remember, this is a negative raised to an even power 2. If the power is an even number, then the negative it's a negative number raised to an even power. The resultant is positive if it's an even number, because it actually looks like this. It's minus 13 times minus 13, so it's done twice. So in this case it's an even number squared, so 13 times 13 is, negative times negative is positive. Remember, the product of two numbers with the same sign has a positive sign. The product has a positive sign. So in this case 13 squared 169 is positive 169. Okay, so 8. So now we can simplify this to 3 times 169, that's positive 169, and simply this is equal to 507. This is 507. 3 times 169 is 507. Let's simplify and summarize. Alright, so A times quantity B plus Z, quantity raised to the second power or squared, and we substituted the values of A, B, and Z, and we are going to simplify this to be A times B plus Z squared equals 507. That's what we came up with. So this happens if and only if, okay, if and only if A equals 3, B equals negative 5, Z equals negative 8, and the value of the entire expression is 507. Alright, so let's clean this up. So the final answer is 507. Thank you, and hope to see you in the next problem.